So let's look at a couple of examples to kind of make this a little bit more tactical. Here's an example of how this framework looks at. This is Pepsi. If you're familiar with this campaign, this is Kylie Jenner. And this is probably 2018, I think, or 19. Pepsi puts out this commercial. Now I've charted on the framework what it looks like, how contextual this advertisement is. Now let's put this in comparison to some other effort that is more contextual. And let's compare these two differences. First off, available. This is a forced method. It's an advertisement that's put on television that you have to watch. There is no permission. It's not even personal. It's mass. Everyone sees the exact same thing. And it's completely inauthentic. In fact, this is a video of somebody participating in a social justice movement that doesn't exist. It's completely faux, made up, and fake and phony. And then the last is it uses purpose as a guise. It's really actually, they do nothing other than say, they just try to, latch on to this trend. Now let's put that in comparison with the Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, if you're not familiar with the Ice Bucket Challenge, this was a campaign that went around the world over a course of 5 years, where people would literally douse themselves with freezing cold water, look into a camera, and then challenge one of their friends to do it next. And in this process, ALS raises a lot of money. Now let's look at this method and why is this so much more contextual? Number one, it's an organic method. You are then introduced to it through someone else. You were brought in through a human-to-human method. Number two, it's highly permissioned. They already had permission to do these things. Number three, hyper-personal, human to human. Number four, highly authentic. One person talking to another person. Empathetic, tone, all there. And then finally, it's co-created with the marketplace. So if we look at these two side by side, here's what you see. ALS raises $115 million off of $0 in marketing costs. Zero. Pepsi spends a ton of money to create and produce this effort. They have to pull it within 24 hours of it airing. Right? There's a radical difference when we start to look at these elements and how they then perform in our modern era and create greater context.